Hi, this is Vesa from ownyourweather.com. In this video we're taking a look at a lunar halo, or the ring around the moon, what it is and how it is caused. Occasionally you might go outside during the evening and observe, especially when the moon is full, you might have a look and see a very pronounced hazy looking white ring around it. Well, what is it and what causes it? Well, it's basically an optical phenomenon, which is the light from the moon that shines through a thin veil of clouds high up in the atmosphere, and as a result you observe it as a ring around the moon. Now, before we start explaining it, if anything is unclear in this video or you need additional information, you can just click on the link in the description below this video and read the full article on your own time. Okay, let's get back to the definition. What is a lunar halo? A lunar halo, also known as a 20-degree halo, is a hazy ring that occurs at a radius of approximately 22 degrees around the moon. It is a result of the moon's light being refracted by ice crystals in cirrus clouds in the upper troposphere at an altitude of approximately 6,000 meters or 20,000 feet. Okay, so that's a definition of what a lunar halo is, but what is this really and where does it occur? Well, like the definition stated, it occurs in our atmosphere. Although the moon's light is causing it, it's not something that occurs in space. It's something that occurs in the upper regions of the troposphere, where cirrus clouds at an altitude of approximately 6,000 meters or 20,000 feet contains ice crystals, millions of them, and it's a diffraction of light from those ice crystals that's causing this phenomena. Let's have a closer look. As I stated in the definition, a lunar halo is the result of millions of ice crystals in cirrus clouds that bends the light in order for us to observe this optical phenomenon. So what happens is, as you can see in this illustration, normal light from moonlight enters an ice crystal, but an ice crystal has a six-sided or a hexagon shape. In order for light to pass through it, it gets bent or refracted, and in the process it gets bent through a 20-degree angle, and it also gets split up into its primary colors. As a result, as an observer on the surface of the planet at the right location, you can observe the optical phenomenon appearing as a circle at a radius of approximately 20 degrees circling the moon. That's why a lunar halo is also referred to as a 20-degree halo by scientists and meteorologists. Most of you who have already seen a lunar halo will know that the lunar halo doesn't display necessarily as a rainbow-colored ring, but rather as a white, hazy looking fuzzy white ring around the moon. This is because the primary colors don't reach you in a straight line. They intersect each other, blend together, cancel each other out, and as a result they sort of recombine to recreate the white light with the fuzzy white edges. Per occasion you might see a faint rainbow colored tint on the halo around the moon, but mostly it appears as a fuzzy white circle. Now that we know that it is the shape of ice crystals that bend light through a 22-degree angle towards the observer, the following illustration will help to further clarify the whole phenomenon. So if you have a look at the upper right corner of the screen, from the moon light travels in a pretty straight line until it encounters cirrus clouds in the upper atmosphere. Now we already know it contains millions of ice crystals in a six-sided or hexagon shape. Now the virtual halo that I've drawn in the cirrus clouds is a point where light gets bent towards the observer, which gets bent through a 20-degree angle, which then gets observed from the surface of the planet. Now if you follow these last two lines from the observer to the halo and you virtually extend those lines, you'll see that will basically form a halo around the moon, and that's what you observe. And that is a lunar halo, or ring around the moon. It's not something that occurs in space or near the moon, even though it's the moon that's causing it. It's a weather or meteorological phenomenon that occurs in our upper atmosphere, and like I described, is light from the moon hits the clouds in the upper troposphere. Ice crystals refract that light, and it reaches, if we're at the right location on the surface of the planet, it reaches the observer, which views it as that white hazy ring around the moon. So I hope that explains it, and I hope that makes sense. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said in the introduction, if something is a bit unclear or you need additional information, I left a link to the full article in the description below the video, so you can go and read it on your own time. Also, if you want to see upcoming videos regarding other weather phenomena, weather occurrences, how they occur, what the characteristics are, remember to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification button next to it, and you'll be reminded as soon as another video gets released. Like I said, I hope this has been helpful. I hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, keep your eye on the weather. Cheers.